Hello and welcome to the Kitchen Table Finance Podcast. Super excited that Cole is joining us on the show today. Dave is on assignment, probably somewhere out in the woods in northern Michigan, if I had to guess. So Cole is stepping in, and we're both excited because we get the opportunity, actually every semester here, to have our intern join us on the podcast. And so this semester, we were blessed to have Stephen Bowe join us as our intern this year. Stephen, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Cole. Blessed is a phenomenal way to put it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to give us some background about yourself, how you came to Michigan State, and how you ended up at Shotwell, Rutter, Baer?
Yeah. I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is just about an hour and 15 minutes away from East Lansing, which I think everything is. That's what everybody tells me. But
Oh, that's the beauty of East Lansing. Everything's an hour and a half away.
heck yeah. So,
Canada,
yeah,
the
exactly.
UP, Ohio.
hmm
Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
No, please. Yeah, just from Kalamazoo, Michigan there. And ended up at MSU because my sister went there. And for the first 18 years of my life, whatever my sister did, I did as well. So ended up
Love
at
it.
MSU, love her, and the wealth management program. When I was 18, COVID hit, and investing was a really big topic at the time, for whatever reason. And I had created a Roth IRA and had gotten really psyched up about saving money and investing it. And I kept telling my friends it's like a money glitch. You're just going to make more and more money and it's infinite. You just have to put it in, guys. It's insane. So, I was like, I think I want to get paid to do this. And the only job I knew in the industry that existed with investments and they held hands together was being a financial advisor. So I went to Sparticipation, which is an event that MSU holds for all their different club organizations. And I stumbled upon the Wealth Management Association. And the president at the time gave me quite the speech. I don't know if you guys have met Jared Ryan, but he is an amazing speaker. And he
Oh
sold
yeah.
me in like 20 seconds. I wanted to be the president as soon as he started talking to me. Yeah, and then I just started going to the meetings every Tuesday, and cool people like you showed up and presented and were like, hey, this is a great job, great industry filled with great people who just like people. And I liked people. And so that's how I got into the program. And then I applied, and thankfully I got in.
That's awesome. So now I got to know, since you brought it up,
hmm
what were you buying in your Roth IRA?
Oh, okay, nice. VOO and VGT, which I believe is
Okay.
the Vanguard Tech Fund, which quite the snipe from 18-year-old Steve back in
Yeah.
the day. So
I love it. I thought for sure you were going to come out with some meme stocks or something.
no, no, that was my day trading portfolio, which we deleted the app. That one, yeah,
So it's good to learn those lessons when you're young, Steve.
yeah.
Yeah.
Long-term investing, that's the way to go. I will say that.
Yeah. Better to learn with $1,000 than $1,000,000.
Oh yeah. hmm
For sure. So, Steve, you've been here obviously for a couple months, gotten to know our side of the business, how we run things a little bit. Tell me a little bit about what you're looking forward to in your career and how this experience might shape that.
Yeah. Well, I think I bring, um, or I see it through an interesting lens, I guess, as a marketing major. And I came into this internship kind of with getting the CFP designation. I kind of kept that as my North Star, and that's been my North Star for a couple of years now. And I mean, like this internship has been obviously the greatest thing ever, but after just being able to see where I can apply like the marketing side to it, um, I was like really excited to see where I could put the marketing major into wealth management. And you guys have told me that there's a lot of value to be had in someone who knows the wealth management space, but is also um, fairly experienced with marketing something. And so I guess maybe perhaps a typical answer from an intern on here is excited to study for their CFP and work towards getting to be part of an RIA. But I guess I'm excited to see how I can put together marketing and wealth management and
Yeah.
see what I can make happen. I don't know, because I had never really intersected the two up until this internship, and so that's been a really good opportunity for that.
I think that's awesome. One of the things that we always talk about as far as what success looks like for our internship program is either, hey, I love this, I want to go do what you guys do, or hey, that's not really what I want to do, and now I know I'm much happier that you kind of know that you want to take this to the marketing level now. Like that's a great outcome for an internship.
I feel very lucky that that's your response as well, and I feel like that says a lot about the firm that I'm lucky to intern for here. Like, you guys are really good at just, I mean, you hear it from the clients and you'll hear it from me too. Like, you guys make sure that we're taken care of. So I really appreciate it.
Well, to be honest, it also helps me because I want to hire all the interns, and unfortunately, I can't keep them all. So I'm glad that you want to go a different route, and who knows, maybe someday in the future you can help us do marketing for our firm. So,
That'd be great. That'd be great. But don't worry, I'll get out of your hair. I don't worry.
Yeah. Well, Steve, I'm curious to know, what is your favorite and what is your least favorite parts of the financial planning process that you've been a part of?
mm, Great question. My favorite part is definitely when we're in client meetings and we're on Money Guide Pro and we're looking at the probability of success for the client's plan. And it's at 99% because this person has saved all their life and maybe they're the most spearheaded, like they need to save every single penny that they've ever made. And that's their mindset, which is great. And then you guys go ahead and show them that they could double, triple, quadruple the money they're spending monthly, and or maybe, the down payment on the house, double that, and their retirement plan still works out 100% or 99%, reaching with all the goals that they have planned, and not a hitch. And so it's just super cool to like see that full circle moment where they get really excited and like that, because a lot of the financial planning meeting, not all of it is like an aha moment, but that is like a pretty
mm,
big
mhm.
full circle moment. It's really cool. And you said least favorite part as well. Is that what I heard?
Yeah. Yeah. What convinced you that you definitely don't want to be a financial planner?
um, so, and this is me, guys, obviously,
Hey,
right?
good. That's
Listen, you
that's
better
why we
be
hired you, to
careful.
be you.
Yeah. I feel like a rather creative individual at heart, and that is not to say there's no room for creativeness in financial advising. I've seen you guys do it, and it's awesome. However, when we're running through Plan and like the tax implications of the next 1,000, oh, actually, that stuff's kind of cool. Um,
Not much creativity in taxes. It's pretty
yeah,
black and white, Steve.
yeah. And so I am thankful that I am learning about it nonetheless. However, marketing wealth management sounds cool because I can still exist in the space that I really
Mm,
like. I mean, obviously, I bet so many great people in this space, but I can also put a creative spin on it too. So,
yeah. I'm curious, what is it that you like about wealth management? Like what inspires you about the industry and kind of the work that we're doing?
yeah. Um, well, originally, like I said, I was just like, I think I want to be a financial advisor, like maybe, so that's how it started. But then once I really got myself, I put both feet in the box. Um, it was like, wow, okay, everybody I've talked to is a really nice, first of all, and then they really want me to succeed. And it's like I'm like I have like a half baked idea of what I want to be, and they're like, dude, let me like, how can I help you? And it's just like, okay, this space is filled with people who like people, who want to help people, and it's just also reciprocated. It felt really right, and it still does.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, and we've had these conversations on the podcast before, but ultimately what led both myself and Cole and Dave here is because we really enjoy helping people. That's what, we love about our job. So it's no surprise that we want to help our interns, even if they want to turn out to be marketers as opposed to financial planners, find the best way for them to be successful. So I think that's great. I want to touch
Thanks.
on something that you said previously about the retirement planning process, because one of the things that we talk about on this show quite a bit is that idea of you can spend more than you think, right? And like in this idea of going from being a saver to a spender and how that's kind of a hard transition.
Mhm.
It's interesting to me because, and I'm glad you brought it up, because coming from like the outside world, I can't imagine I have a whole lot of experience with people retiring, maybe your grandparents. I don't. They might not even be there yet. You're so young, Steve. Um, but nonetheless, when you turn on the news or when you hear about retirement, it's usually about people that like don't have enough and are struggling. And there is that other subset of people out there that are like, planning on spending way less than they potentially could, until you have those conversations and help them figure out like, hey, there's a lot more that we could do with this in our retirement phase of life than maybe we thought about. And
Yeah.
kind of having those conversations and guiding them through that process, I imagine it came as somewhat of a surprise to you, because it's not something that gets reported on or you hear a lot about.
Yes, absolutely. Like, good point. Because I was surprised at how many of the clients' plans were at 99%. And that's not like a knock on anybody. It's just what you hear all the time is that things are bad. Things are bad. And then it's so funny that oftentimes in the client meetings, the stock market has performed quite well this year. And you go into the client meetings with a client who's not they're watching the news, but they're not maybe watching the markets as much.
Sure.
And they go in there and they expect kind of a storm, and they're all right. Give me the bad news, Cole. And and they're like, hey, so you're up 12%. And it's just really, yeah, definitely a surprise there.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird dynamic and something that I definitely wasn't expecting coming into this too. But we've also talking about the number of clients that we have that are in the 99% probability of success range. And I think that when you kind of pull back into a little bit of like financial psychology, most of the people that are seeking us out anyway are people that, if you're someone who's seeking financial help, you're probably somebody who's been doing a lot of good financial things along the way to get you to this position. Like if you think that you are in a position where you might be able to retire, you're probably someone who's been very diligently saving throughout the course of your life to get in that position. So it's even though it seems surprising, it's really not that surprising when you think about kind of the self-selection that has to happen in order for them to even call us in the first place. Usually people come to us and I think that they think that they have a money problem where they don't have enough. Usually their money problem is that they have, you can't have too much, but they're not spending nearly enough and we need to help them formulate that plan. So I completely agree.
Yeah.
I did want to ask you, so in an alternate universe where Steve loves being a financial advisor and that's all he ever wants to do, and he becomes the president of the MSU Wealth Management Association, what is something that you would tell an
Nice.
incoming freshman about the program and about the course and path that they should take over the next 4 or 5 years?
Sure. I think the biggest thing I would say is to just not be intimidated. When I went into the association, I was intimidated because the people around me were in business casual clothes, and I totally had on like a Nike sweatshirt and sweatpants. And
Athleisure.
Wonder why you fit in here.
and the guy in front is I'm 5'8", right? So anybody who's 6 foot, I'm towering over me. I'm terrified. And he's got a suit on, and he's got this corporate speak to him that's like, am I in the right room? Yes, you are in the right room, and you do want to do this, right? It's those kind of things that I think you just have to drill into your head, like just for the first year when you're a freshman in the association, like, hey, it's gonna feel like a little weird because it's your first time doing this, and yeah, they have business casual clothes on because they're trying to make a good impression, and just don't be afraid because the president of the association, whoever that is, like after they give their great speech to the entire association, like they're addressing the nation, because everybody in there is really eloquent. I love them all. They're gonna go home and they might go out on a Tuesday night. We're all normal people, and so I think just remembering that is very helpful when you're networking with the people in the association next to you, or you're going up and asking questions to someone like Nick after you present. Just don't be intimidated, and then talk to everybody, and they'll want to help, because that's what happened to me. So
Yeah, I think that's such good advice because, like you said, most of the people that get into this get into it to help people. But oftentimes, many people are afraid to ask for help. So, like asking for help and talking to people, and that's kind of how you ended up here at Shotwell, Rutter, Baer as an
yeah,
intern. So, you just never know where some of those conversations are going to lead, or what
yeah. If I
asking
could
for
touch
help
on
might do
that,
for you.
actually, if there's a freshman listening,
Mhm.
I just wanted to know more about financial planning, because I didn't really know anything. And Nick, you had came in and spoke to the association, and I nervously walked up to you and I was like, "Can we please have a conversation about what you do at some point?" And you were like, "Yeah, you can come into the office. That's cool." And I was like, "What?" So then all of a sudden, I'm in the office, and I left your office knowing more about financial planning in that hour than I had gained, over a year of research. And then, now I'm here recording a podcast about, hey, how was the internship? So just really taking that first step can be scary, but yeah, it works out somehow. Always does. So
Yeah. Love it. So we have both Cole and I have had the pleasure of being guests on the MSU Wealth Management podcast, which you hosted. So my biggest question for you today is, who was the better podcast guest, Cole or myself?
guys, uh, don't make me choose mom or
This is
dad
make or
here.
break. This is make or break time for the internship, Steve.
Um, Okay. Well, yeah. Well, then, based off that comment, it was absolutely Nick, no question. Nick's been my rock since the start of this internship, and no.
Oh, I'm glad you
Um,
learned something.
um. Oh, geez, I have no idea. I don't know. I had a great time podcasting with both of you guys. I think I was definitely. Nick was my first one
I
ever,
think so.
so
Yeah.
that was a pretty good milestone for me. And then Cole was my, I don't know, my most recent one. So I don't know. They're both very important to me, guys. I can never pick.
Yeah, I need to make sure that we include that in Steve and I's podcast together. Steve did call me 30, so
And
which when you're 28 is incredibly insulting, and I will never forget it. And I have a book of perceived slights that I keep track of right here, and Steve's name is in that. So someday, somehow, Steve, I will make it up to you. I promise.
yeah, so I just want to let any future interns know that just make sure you clock Cole's age and get it right. Don't, but
Always aim low. Always aim
yeah,
low.
always aim low. That is so funny.
So, with that being said, Steve, tell us what you're looking most forward to in your career, in your future. You're a senior at MSU, one semester left, I believe.
Yep, yep.
So, tell us a little bit about what's next for you and what you're excited about.
Um, I'm just excited to put all my eggs in one basket in the workforce. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's definitely a challenge juggling five classes
Sure.
and yeah, obviously an internship, but like I'm just ready to have one thing to focus on. I know that sounds like really, I don't know if that's the answer you were expecting, but I'm really excited to just like do one thing, or of course it's not just going to be one thing, but that, and as well as I'm really thinking about this marketing X wealth management juxta or combination, and
Hmm.
I think that'd be a pretty fun and cool avenue to go down, especially because the knowledge that I've gathered thus far could be pretty useful in that space, and not I'll never shut the door to earning my CFP or anything like that, or even becoming
Sure.
an advisor, but it feels good that I could still use it right after college. And so I'm really thinking about that path.
Yeah. What's the one thing too about the wealth management program and pursuing personal finance, especially as your backup? Like, worst case scenario, you never become a CFP, but you took all the classwork, so you're way ahead of where most people are in terms of personal financial planning knowledge. So even if you go off to be the world's greatest marketer, you're still going to need personal finance knowledge. So I think that's a huge benefit of like having that in your back pocket, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And at the very least, April comes around every year. So
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
like that's at the least, like I'll be okay there.
Only certainties in life, Steve. Death and taxes, my friend. Death and
Yeah.
taxes.
And the Kitchen Table Finance podcast. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's the third one.
So just kind of wrapping up here, how was your internship experience overall, and what would you say about, Shotwell, Rutter, Baer in general?
It has been an incredible experience that I feel very lucky to have. And every single person that works here played a role in making that so. And this is where I would totally tell anybody to, like, if there's anybody looking for a financial advisor, it's like, yeah, you're going to want these guys. Your clients love you. Um I see it, and I just think the approach you guys take, where it's very professional yet like it's not so corporate, I guess, or
Sure.
corporate in the intimidating sense, where a
Yeah.
client who has only heard like horror stories of financial planning, where maybe somebody, you know, something happens in the commission space or whatever, and it doesn't go so well for them, and that's the intern said that, not you guys, don't worry, but like, um, the job you guys do is truly amazing, and you truly care for your clients and you put them first, and being able to sit in and see that was really cool. And I'm really lucky because you guys also happen to be just like, when you outside of the client meeting, you guys are just cool, great, funny people. So it gave me great insights into the kind of workplace I want to be around after college. So, and that
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys for real.
I love it. We
We
appreciate you. It's been a great experience for us as well, and appreciate all the work that you've put in and really leaving your mark on us as well, which I think is fantastic. And kind of to your point earlier about the people in the wealth management just being normal people, like we're normal people too, right? When it's 90 degrees out, I wear shorts. I'm not wearing a suit and tie. I promise you that.
Nick
And
and I only wear
so
suits to weddings and funerals. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I haven't had a lot of those in the last couple
yeah,
of years.
Hmm.
So, but at the end of the day, we're all people, right? And we're just out there trying to do our best, use our expertise to help people. But we're no different or better or worse. We're just people. And we really both enjoy our jobs and what we do and our ability to help people. So I'm glad that kind of came off. I think that's awesome. Cole, any final thoughts for Mr. Steve here?
other than he's been a wonderful intern, and I'm sure that whatever avenue he chooses to pursue post graduation, he's gonna crush it in. You
Thanks, man.
are a very personable person. I can tell that you care about people on a true, genuine level, and having that as a base for anything that you do, whether it's a personal life, professional life, whatever it is probably the best foundation that you can have. So I have no doubt that you're going to crush it wherever you go, my man.
Thanks, man. That means a lot coming from you. Because I will say, in the client meetings that I have seen Cole run so far, it sounds, you are the most eloquent man I have met in recent years. So it
I'm gonna
means
have
a
to
lot,
clip
man.
that and send it to my wife.
There you
But
go. Yeah.
yeah,
Sound bites.
sound bites.
All right, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Until next time.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for.
Thank you for joining us for another chat about your retirement and finances. Please hit that subscribe button. You can also contact us at srbadvisors.com or email us at info@srbadvisors.com. See you next time on Kitchen Table Finance.
This is a Zedia Media production.